I have a headline here for you guys that really demonstrates the American healthcare system in 2017 and its sad state. Insurance company sends letter to 9-month-old boy explaining he's too expensive to keep alive. Wow. I don't know if you saw it, but there's a picture of him on the screen there. Yeah, that's like somebody rips your heart out and steps on it. 9-month-old boy, insurance company's like, meh, agree to disagree. So his name is Connor Richardson, and I want to show you the letter that his dad got after he learned his son had a rare and aggressive form of brain cancer, and certain treatments weren't working. So they said, your child is a 9-month-old boy who was diagnosed with a high-grade brain tumor. Your child was treated with surgical removal of his tumor at Stony Brook Hospital. After your son was discharged, you enrolled him in a clinical trial at St. Jude's Hospital. The principal investigator has requested medications including methotrexate, cisplatin, however you say that, cyclophosphamide, vincristine, in combination with an investigational medication, alisertib. Forgive me for mispronouncing all these. This combination of medications is not the standard of care for this type of cancer and is considered experimental and investigational at this point, as evidence-based guidelines do not exist to confirm its effectiveness for his brain tumor. Therefore, this request for clinical trial treatment of St. Jude's Hospital is not medically necessary and is denied. Now, this story actually doesn't have a bad ending because St. Jude isn't charging them. So St. Jude, they're the ones who are going to be out a certain amount of money, but the insurance company did reject them. So imagine we're faced with a situation. How many examples are there of Connor Richardsons out there in similar circumstances where the insurance company rejects it, doesn't cover it, and then they don't have an out? And then they either die or they go bankrupt trying to stay alive. That happens all the time in the U.S. In other modern nations, that doesn't happen. There's no such thing as a medical bankruptcy in other modern nations. Here, happens all the time. It's one of the top causes of bankruptcy. And this is how they view it. Look, when you have an insurance company in the U.S., a for-profit insurance company, so they need to make money. They need to pad their bottom line to pay their shareholders. The way they're structured, it's an amoral machine that's trying to make money. It's one of those things that it's not even a question. It obviously shouldn't be for-profit. Clearly, it shouldn't be for-profit. Because when it is for-profit, what's the incentive structure? The incentive is to deny care as much as possible. So use any bullshit rationalization that you can to deny care so you can pad the bottom line. And here you go. They found one here. Oh, okay, so we tried and we did something. It didn't quite work, but now I guess it's kind of, this is kind of a procedure that's not been proven yet. It's investigational, so we're not going to cover it. 9-month-old boy, man. Here are your death panels. This is what a death panel looks like. We've covered stories before. A woman who had acne in the past, and then there was an insurance company that rejected payment for her skin cancer treatment. And she's like, what? I have insurance. This is ridiculous. You're supposed to cover it. They said, well, that's what you say. We looked into your past. We saw you had acne. That's a pre-existing condition, and you didn't tell us. So now we're not covering it. And she was flabbergasted. But I just had acne. What are you talking? Almost all people have acne. A lot of people have acne. They go, you say it's acne. We say it was cancerous skin lesions. Therefore, your pre-existing condition was cancer. And we're not going to pay out on your claim. There's your death panel, America. Your death panels, it's not Obamacare. Obamacare, unfortunately, kept the core of the system in place, which is the private health insurance companies, which is a problem, okay? But the death panels were there all along. The death panels are the for-profit private health insurance companies, and here's another example of it right here.